come, people were.
Alhamdulillah, welcome back to Al-haqq live on EBS, inshallah. And as I said earlier, this evening we will be discussing on the life after Ramadan. What's next? What are the things that are supposed to be happening after Ramadan, inshallah? We have our Sheikh in the house, our stars whom we have been trying to bring in, inshallah, but then he has a very tight schedule. And alhamdulillah, today we have been able to bring in our Sheikh who will be discussing with us this evening on the life after Ramadan. And today we have our father, our Sheikh, Sheikh Sayyid Ibrahim Inuwa. Assalamu alaikum, Ustaz. You are highly welcome, sir. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, our viewers are readily seated and they want you to discuss with us on the things that we need to be doing after Ramadan. As we all know that Ramadan is already winding up, what are those things that we are expected to do after Ramadan? Bismillah.
Is ending. Today is 29th of Ramadan. This year, 1443 after the hijrah of the base of the mankind, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this Ramadan is a great achievement, and Ramadan is a school. The Ramadan has a lot of things to be achieved. It has a lot of teachings to be learned. The most important of which is taqwa, the piety. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. All who believe. Fasting has been prescribed upon you, has been made obligatory upon you, as it had been made obligatory upon those who came before you, that you may acquire piety, you may attain piety. So to attain piety is to become the one who fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why we have to hold on the fast, the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the strongest handhold. It will never break, which will never break. That is kalimatu shahada la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So it is a big glad tidings for those who observe the fasting and gives it its own due kind of rights. And it is very much a kind of unfortunate for those who have not done so. And those people who have been good in Ramadan, let them be happy and rejoicing, and they have the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for them is very much great. And those who have been kind of very much bad in the month of Ramadan, who have been kind of neglecting the tenets of Ramadan, let them fear Allah, because they still have more time. So long as a person is alive, he has more time to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Ramadan is going, we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a lot of teachings, a lot of teachings, that Ramadan has come and is leaving very much fast. The fast is fast. So this is, Ramadan is a mini life of yours. As Ramadan has come, people were rejoicing that Ramadan, ya Ramadan, Allahumma balighna Ramadan. People are just rejoicing, kind of welcoming Ramadan, all this. Very much eager for Ramadan to come. Now it is ended. So this is something which is teaching us the life in real. That is the reality of our life is very much short, and not we don't have to neglect in preserving it, in guarding the rules and the don'ts and don'ts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now we know that Ramadan is as an example about our life. So let us try to do to kind of try to hold fast the things we have done. In Ramadan we saw a lot of people changing. Most people have changed. Some people feel just like they are like companions. The taqwa is there. The taqwa is increasing. Piety is increasing. You see masajid are being full of people. Most people, those people who don't even come to the masjid for congregation prayer, we see them in Ramadan coming and returning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in fear, and kind of trying to can be constant in coming to the masjid and even coming earlier than expected, and sitting in the masjid. They can remain long in the masjid reciting the Quran, and more especially at these days, the last 10 days of Ramadan, people are here for i'tikaf, that is the seclusion and in kind of devotion, engaging in worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reading the Quran, yani thinking about the dunya and the hereafter, thinking about the four realities, the reality of myself and you, and the reality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the reality of this world, a temporary abode, the reality of the hereafter, which is the permanent abode. So people have changed tremendously and positively. So the prayer is there, the fasting is there. Those who don't even know how to fast in Mondays and Thursdays, you see them in Ramadan, now it is 30 days or 29 days, just doing it very normal. So it is very much something to make people happy. Likewise, the sadaqah, the charity. A lot of people are very much stingy, but in Ramadan you see them bring out money, food and clothes and all this, giving to the masakin, to the needy. So this is something very much important. But the astonishing thing or the surprising thing is that after Ramadan, for example, when the moon is started, today is 29, maybe if you started, or tomorrow, for example, tomorrow is Eid or after tomorrow is Eid, you see people changing. They forget to click save changes in Ramadan. For example, when it says tomorrow is Eid, you have to save your changes. Now you have changed negative, kind of positively and tremendously. So you have to keep and remain the changes you have got in Ramadan. You don't have to make them go in vain. So the accusation of this piety that you have achieved, you have to kind of try to take it with you hand in hand. And the one who has succeeded in Ramadan is the one who kind of has taken this piety with him. If, for example, after Ramadan, we see people, most people cannot keep what they have been doing in Ramadan, but we have to do what is said in the authentic hadith, قَارِبُوا وَسَجِّدُوا. We have to try to even kind of maintain even any kind of percentage, no matter how little. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be doing our deeds continuously, no matter how little. And so we have to try to keep this, what we have achieved in Ramadan, we have to try to keep it even in a small percentage. 10%, for example, 20%, because we know that most people cannot keep it as they do in Ramadan. But do not kind of, tomorrow's Eid, some people, if tomorrow's Eid, some people whom you see, for example, crying, were devoted in Quran and reading Quran, giving sadaqah, all this. After Eid, just one day after Ramadan, you see people changing negatively. You will be very much surprised. And if this man I knew yesterday is very much astonishing and surprising. So this is a kind of a failure. This is a failure for any kind of bearer who has done this. We have to try to maintain what we've been doing in Ramadan. Some people will destroy what they have earned in Ramadan from the good deeds the same day of Eid by mixing or mingling men and women in the parks and in all these kind of things. Women kind of unveiling themselves while they used to have their hijab in Ramadan. So we have to be very much careful in this. Barakallah fikum.
Well, we thank Sheikh, our Ustaz, for that he has delivered. He has made us to know that it is very important that all those things that we have been doing in Ramadan that are positive, we should look for a way of sustaining them after Ramadan. One of them is making sure that after Ramadan, we do not leave fasting until until another Ramadan. We should know that it is expected that we fast Monday and Thursdays. We should try as much as we can. And all those are women that are already using hijab in the month of Ramadan, they should not drop it. You should leave all those things that you have abandoned during the month of Ramadan and make sure that you don't go back there outside the month of Ramadan. Thank you very much, Sheikh. We are going to be throwing our lines open for our viewers to call in case you have one or two questions to ask our Sheikh. While we as well in the studio will look for a way of engaging our Sheikh until we get those calls. Assalamu alaikum, sir. I know you have been able to move from an aspect to a particular place, which I know you still have some things to say. But before then, I want to ask that somebody that is already, before you start doing some things in the month of Ramadan, that means you are already aware of those things. Like, there are some people that may claim ignorance of some things. That okay, before the month of Ramadan, some things they are not aware that these things are wrong. But during the month of Ramadan, they are now aware. Then after Ramadan, they go back to those things. What is possibly going to be their punishment?
This way, as we have said earlier, in Ramadan is schools and institutions. So, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows, people are very much weak. وَخُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. Man is created weak. So, but the more a person is relying on Allah and on the revelation, on the ulama, and on the good people, righteous people, the more a person will always be upright. So, some people who are very much in disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a lot of things, forbidden things. But when Ramadan comes, you see them, for example, they know what they have been doing is bad. They will just resort, they will revert to be doing good things. But after the Ramadan is lapsing, you see them, they're turning back to negativity. So this abandoning these kind of things, for example, someone who is well-to-do, a rich man, you see that he, for example, very much zealous in giving the sadaqah, but in Ramadan he will abandon it. So this one is a failure. You have to maintain what you are doing until, because al-amal bi khawatimiha, the good deeds are based upon the ending part of them. So it's not when you are doing something that you have achieved the goal. No, no. When you ended up your life, when your life is terminated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the death has striken you, and you are still in a good manner, in a good posture in your deen. So this is when and kind of it is realized that you have achieved your life. So it's not what you are doing. What you are doing is achievement, of course, but the ending part of your life is the real achievement. You see some people, for example, abandoning sadaqah, who abandoning the masajid, who abandoning even the fasting, as you have said earlier, Mondays and Thursdays, abandoning any kind of piety, women abandoning hijab and all this. So this is it's not something good. Now,
Okay, sir, during the course of the lecture also, you also made mention of that some people do spoil, they go back into negativity right from the day of Eid al-Fitr. Now, for us to know or to take caution, we have to know things that we may possibly do on Eid day that will, even instead of we going back into negativity, we even earn reward for doing it. So I want to ask, what are those things that our Prophet have suggested, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that we can do on Eid day?
on Eid Day is يوم الأكل والشرب. It's a day of eating and drinking and being happy and visiting relatives, visiting friends, kind of changing greetings, as-salam, salam with one another, with each other. So in the Eid, we have to know that what we have to be doing in the Eid is the things which will make us to earn Allah's pleasure. That is visiting. The most important thing is visit, kind of engaging yourself in masajid for dhikr. And after every prayer, you make sure that you observe your own adhkar, the regular azkar you do. Then the visit your friends, relatives, kind of eat and drink and give sadaqah. Try to give sadaqat. But we have to avoid anything which is illicit. For example, some people are very much keen in just going to parks and all this zoo. And if we are going to park, for example, which is very much decent, women have separate place and men have separate place. This one, it doesn't matter. But we just to go to have a make ikhtilat, mingle, and all these kind of things. So we are just vitiating and spoiling our Ramadan, our achievement.
Alhamdulillah, I think I'm going to take the last question now, which is there are some things that they are prescribed, or that somebody that is going to eat are expected to do on the day of Eid al-Fitr, like taking the ritual bath and the rest of them. I don't know whether you can just help us to.
Yes, on Eid Day we are kind of reminded and commanded to wear our new clothes if we can, to take nice kind of to clean ourselves very properly, to cut the nails and to trim our hairs and to kind of go to the musalla Eid ground to pray with the Muslims, to pray the Eid prayer. It's very much important. But before going to Eid, we are commanded to give out the sadaqat al-fitr for those of us who have means to do so. Yeah. But after Eid al-Fitr, there's no any sadaqat al-fitr. just a day before, for example, or the very day before the Eid, before the prayer, we are obliged or we are commanded to give out the sadaqat al-fitr for those of us who are able to do this. But those of us who are not able, that's يعني لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها.
So, Alhamdulillah, I think that's how much we can take on this segment of the program. As I want to appreciate our Sheikh. Al-haqq networks have moved around some of the Eid grounds where the Eid al-Fitr prayer is going to take place, and the report on all those things and where and time that the Eid will be performed, inshallah, will still be coming our way before the end of the program. So we want to say thank you very much for being on this program this time. And also, we also want to appreciate you and sincerely believe that next time when we invite you, you are still going to make our time to be with us.
جزاكم الله خير بارك الله فيكم.
Thank you very much, sir. It's on that note that we'll be moving to the next segment of the program, inshallah. As I told you, those people that we care for, we have a lot of them in the studio today. And our brother Abdul Rahman Hamza, our brother Abdulaziz Taufik Edubo, and Imam Khalilullah Ajadi will soon be with you after this time out. Please don't go away.